A big thank you to all Chuck E. Cheese and animatronic enthusiasts for tuning in. Today we're setting the stage for a journey back in time to the Pizza Time theater era of Chuck E. Cheese. We're talking about none other than Dolli Dimples, the piano-playing hippo with a charm that's hard to resist. From her debut in the late 70s to her evolution into a beloved icon, Dolli Dimples has left an indelible mark on the pages of animatronic history. So buckle up and prepare to dive into the fascinating history of Dolli Dimples. She was big, boisterous, raunchy, and incredibly flirtatious. If a hippo could ever possibly have any sort of sex appeal, that would be Dolli. She flirted with the audience, she talked about her numerous ex-husbands. She had pretty significant breasts. As Dolli put it herself, "There's a lot of Dolli to see." Dolli Dimples first tickled the ivories at the second Pizza Time theater location in San Jose, California in 1978. Unlike most of the Chuck E. Cheese characters we've come to know and love, Dolli was an intriguing twist, designed exclusively for the adults in the room. She was the sassy piano-playing hippo that sizzled with charm and a dash of cheeky humor. She had a knack for making guests on the other side of her piano feel special, often dedicating songs to them or reminiscing about her former husbands, tying them in with a witty monologue of song titles. And let's not forget her clever use of innuendo, which added another layer to her unique, captivating performances. Oh, and yes, Dolli Dimples had a breast movement, but it's not what you think. It wasn't like she had jiggling robotic boobies or whatever. Her breast movement was a breathing movement, much like the birds in the tiki room have. Since she's so busty, it makes sense that you would be able to see her chest rise and fall with her breathing. It's not anything lewd, I promise. Behind Dolli's memorable voice were two talented actresses, Donna Miller, who brought Dolli to life in 1978, and Lady Bianca, who took over the reins in 1982. Each added their own flair to Dolli's character, making her a standout in the Chuck E. Cheese family. Fun fact, Donna Miller was only 19 when she performed Dolli, and Lady Bianca was Lady the voice behind Sally Sachet. But Dolli Dimples was more than just an animatronic. She was a pioneer, the first of her kind to play the piano before Artie Antlers and BB Bubbles. She broke the mold and set the stage for the animatronics that followed, leaving an indelible mark on the world of Chuck E. Cheese. Beyond her performances, Dolli Dimples had a significant presence in the Chuck E. Cheese universe. She was more than just a piano-playing hippo cabaret act. She was a symbol, a character that resonated with the adult visitors of the Pizza Time theater. Dolli's charm wasn't just confined to the stage, it was also captured in a variety of merchandise items, from stuffed animals to charm bracelets, buttons, and glasses. These items have become highly collectible pieces, a testament to the popularity and impact of Dolli Dimples. But Dolli's presence wasn't limited to merchandise. She was an integral part of the Chuck E. Cheese gang, much like Helen is today. She had her own dedicated area, adorned with signs and posters that showcased her unique persona. And then there were the cameos. Dolli Dimples has popped up in various Chuck E. Cheese productions over the years, from photos in the 2017 show to the animated short Halloween at the Pizza Time Theater in 2018, alongside Madam Oink and the King. In many ways, Dolli Dimples served as a trailblazer for the Chuck E. Cheese brand. She was a latex character at first, much like the portrait bots. But there was only ever one latex Dolli produced to my knowledge, and all the other Dollies were the cyberamic versions that we know and love today. If you want to see a Dolli in action during her heyday, there is some footage from Charlie Cheese in Australia. You can see her breast movement in action in the vintage footage. So yes, Dolli Dimples was more than a character. She was an icon, a mainstay of the Chuck E. Cheese brand. She was a pioneer, a symbol of a time when the Pizza Time Theater was a place not just for kids, but for adults too. And that's why her legacy continues to live on even today. Even today, Dolli Dimples continues to enthrall fans, and some are taking steps to preserve that legacy. Unwavering in their admiration, fans are going to great lengths to restore these old bots, including our star, Dolli Dimples. It's a labor of love that breathes new life into these iconic animatronics, ensuring they continue to bring joy to new generations. The only Dolli Dimples that's intact today is the Dolli owned by Captain Slappy, and she actually doesn't have her breast movement working. The piece that moved the breasts was a lever that pressed up the particle board the breasts were mounted to in order to create the movement, but the particle board on Slappy's Dolli has pretty much disintegrated, so the lever pushing up doesn't really do anything anymore. He's decided not to restore the particle board because the movement's repetition ends up tearing Dolly's dress, and since this is the only working Dolly in existence, he wants to keep her dress intact. A shining example of this passion is the recent YouTube video by Set Streets and Eats. This video showcases a restored Dolli Dimples bot, a testament to the enduring charm of these characters. The video serves as a time capsule, transporting us back to the days of pizza parties and arcade games, with Dolli Dimples at the heart of it all. But why stop at restoration? There's an idea being floated around that truly piques our interest. Imagine a museum dedicated to Chuck E. Cheese, a place that not only celebrates the history of this beloved franchise but also showcases these old bots. A place where Dolli Dimples takes center stage alongside her animatronic peers. It's a thought that gives us all goosebumps. A museum like this could serve as a tribute to the technological marvels of the past and the cultural impact they've had. If you agree with the idea of a Chuck E. Cheese museum featuring old bots like Dolli Dimples, drop a comment below. Let's keep the legacy of Dolli Dimples alive.